I think I said whether we like it or not, Ashes tend to define eras or legacies. So I think if that's the case on this one, I think it's something we can be really proud of. Both, the last two series over here, we've retained the Ashes. That doesn't happen very often. 2001, I think it was the last time that we won an Ashes, didn't lose an Ashes over here. So it's something we should be proud of. The group's done some had some amazing achievements over the last few years. So if it is a legacy, that's one I'm happy to have. In terms of criticism, happens. We're out there. There's plenty of people watching at home and in the crowd, and it's part of the job. So, yeah. I think because we've had really good series, especially at home, and we've had a lot of success, kind of the bar gets raised a little bit. So coming over here, retaining the Ashes feels like a little bit of a missed opportunity. But, in 2019, we were kind of all pretty happy about a retained Ashes. So I don't think we should lose sight of that. I think it's a huge achievement to come over here and win and get ourselves into many winning positions. Same in India, we got ourselves into some really good positions. So yeah, again, just missed what we're hoping to come over here to achieve, but winning the World Test Championship, retaining the Ashes is a pretty successful tour. I think Manchester were outplayed, but I think all the other four matches really were pretty even. Right to the end, other than maybe Lords, other than Stokes, he got close. But I think it was just one of those kind of series where every game was really close. We got on the right end of it the first two games, and then unfortunately, couldn't quite get over the line in the last few. So disappointing, but as you said, overall a really good tour.
There's been a lot of 6:30 wake-ups at day 4 and day 5, when my alarm's been set for 8:15. It just adds a different dimension to the whole game, doesn't it? I remember as a player being in big games and sort of big days in a test match where it's this day will define the game itself, and you just you don't have to worry about it except being a player. But obviously being a captain, your mind goes to different places. But I personally feel I've handled it all quite well, and I think I've stuck to myself as a person, myself as a personality around the group. I'm obviously a very optimistic person and try to keep the dressing room as optimistic as I possibly can. And that comes from experience, playing a lot of Test cricket and being involved in a lot of situations like that as a player and not as a captain. I think that actually helped me in some of the big moments within these last 3 games. I'm pretty proud in terms of the way I've handled the sort of pressure situations in some of these games.
Dan Brennan, last one, please.
I think just the series as a whole, as I said outside to others, I think 2-2 generally is a fair reflection of two very, very good teams going at it over a 5-match series. Obviously Australia being World Test champions and leading into this Ashes series, the cricket that I think's been on show has been of the highest quality. Being 2-0 down, obviously a very hard task to come back for, and to be sat here saying that we've managed to level the series, knowing that we obviously had to win the last 3 games. Game at Manchester obviously was affected by rain, but that is what it is. But coming here and playing in the way in which we did, I couldn't be any more proud of the team in what they did. We continued everything in the style of play in which we've done over the last 14 to 15 months. It's basically been everything that I think I could have asked for, minus getting the urn back.
How will you remember Stuart Broad as a Test cricketer? How much will you and the team now miss him, do you think?
Well, for me, Stuart's more than just a person I walk out onto the field with. I played a lot of cricket with him. There's only a handful of Test matches where he's not played in, which I've done. When he announced his retirement, and I told my wife that this was going to be his last game, she was like, Broadie is the one who messaged me saying that Ben's got home safe after a good night out, after we've won a Test match. So she doesn't have that anymore, so it's going to be someone else, probably Ruti. But yeah, look, Broadie's been a massive advocate for fast bowlers in terms of his longevity, what he's achieved, the amount of wickets he's done. I think he's an inspiration to many people who want to make a career out of cricket and being a fast bowler. 160 odd test matches is not an easy thing to be able to do as a bowler, and he definitely should be someone that people look up to if they want to have a successful career in international cricket being a bowler. He's just been incredible. I know people will always look back on the certain moments in his career, but he's definitely better than that. But he's someone who has produced unbelievable moments on the field, but you can't pigeonhole him to someone who's only produced certain things at certain moments, because 608 test wickets? 604 is something that he should be very, very proud of.